rib cage over pelvis. For today, you might want a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or a tie. If you have at home yoga blocks, that is something that's good to have. If you don't have that, you can use like a rolled up towel, a book, a pillow, a couch cushion. We're not super fancy in this class. However, these are my new fancy yoga blocks from Peloton, which were on sale at TJ Maxx. They're really nice. I know, right? $5 a block, which is actually cheap for yoga blocks to begin with, but these are like extra big. Let me show you how much bigger they are. This is my old yoga block and my new yoga block. They're much bigger. Anyway, getting started. Bringing that rib cage over your pelvis. Let's go ahead and close the eyes down, focusing on the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Let's take the chin over to the right, looking like you're trying to look over the right shoulder. And then bring your chin back to neutral and over to the left, trying to look over that left shoulder. This time as we transition, we'll take chin towards the chest and then right ear to right shoulder. Chin towards the chest, left ear to left shoulder. Chin towards the chest, right ear, right shoulder. Now, if you want to add on, you can take this right hand and put it on top of the head. All we're using is the weight of the hand. And left hand pushes out away from the body. We're not touching the floor. We're just pushing away. Should feel that here in the side of the neck. And remembering we're not pushing into this. We're just putting the weight of our right hand on the head. Removing the hand, taking the chin, pushing it towards the chest, and then over with left ear to left shoulder. Left hand can come on top of the head, remembering it's just the weight of the hand. Right hand pushes out and down. So we're taking our fingertips, pointing them up towards the ceiling, pushing the palm away from the body. Releasing your head. Let's take the head back up to a neutral position, taking the shoulders up, down, and back. Let's do that 3 times. Up, down, and back. Up, down, and back. And then you can take the shoulders front, up, and down. Front, up, and down. One more time. Front, up, and down. Let's go ahead and inhale. And on our exhale, we'll twist to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Next, inhale brings those arms up overhead. And as we exhale, let's twist to the left. Next, inhale brings those arms up overhead. Let's take the right hand, put it on the floor. Left hand comes up and over. We're exposing this left side, stretching into that left side body, and also breathing into this left rib. Our breathing is super important, so take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose, directed right into this left side body. One more, in through the nose and out through the nose. Next inhale brings those hands up, coming over to the left, left hand down, right arm overhead. Again, breathing into this right side, stretching into the right side, directing that breath into the right rib cage, in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the Next inhale is going to bring us up. Hands come to heart center and then down beside you. We're going to kick the right leg out to the side so it's not straight in front of you. It's out to the side a bit. Left leg stays in. Get on your sit bones, which are those little bony guys in the back. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to take our chest and our head and point them towards the right foot. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, hinge forward. Keep a flat back. So we're not bending any of the vertebrae. We're bending at the hip area. Inhale, grow a bit taller. Exhale, now you can round over that foot. And if you need to, you can use your strap, or if you want to, you can pull yourself over just a little bit more with that strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, you can use a tie, you can use a piece of rope. Make sure it doesn't hurt your cute little foot. Now, wherever your hand is, whether it be on your leg or your foot or your strap, we're going to leave it there, the right hand. Left hand is going to come out in front near the foot. Then it will draw back like a bow and open up overhead. So we're exposing that left side body one more time. Breathing into that left side body, getting a good stretch here in the left side body. Next inhale is going to bring this left hand up and behind you. Right hand is going to sweep up as we push the hips up, balancing on that left knee. This is called stargazer's pose. Balancing here. Inhale, grow taller, stretch a little bit more into that right arm. Exhale, hips come down to the floor. Hands come behind. Let's windshield wiper those legs. So trying to get the knee all the way down to the mat if you can. Then we will change legs. So right leg is going to bend. Left leg is going to come out to the side. I need to have a wardrobe change here. If you had it before, you can take your belt on the other side or your strap. Making sure we're on those sit bones, taking the chest and the face, pushing them towards the left foot. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Don't bend any of the vertebrae in the back. Keep a nice flat back. Inhale, grow a bit taller. Exhale, now you can round over that leg, bending into your vertebrae. If you want to use your strap, you can. Should feel this on the back of this left leg here, your hamstring. Right hand is going to reach forward. Left hand stays either on the foot or the leg. Right hand reaches back, 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 like you're drawing a bow, and then up and over. So we're stretching into that right side body now, just like we did earlier. Making sure we're breathing into that right rib cage. Next inhale is going to bring this right hand up and behind, planting it on the floor. Left hand can drop the strap and it will sweep up. Hips also sweep up. We're doing a stargazer pose, pushing those hips into the air, stretching into that left hand. And then sitting back down. Both hands come behind. Let's go ahead and windshield wiper those legs. And from here, we're going to come onto all fours. So I'm going to offer this in all fours, or you can pop up into a downward facing dog. So if you're all fours, hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. If you're in a down dog, you're pushing up and back, chest is traveling towards the knees. One is not better than the other. So if you're in down dog, we're going to raise the right leg. If you are in your hands and knees, we'll raise the right leg and we'll look like that. In down dog, it looks like this. Like I said, neither one is better than the other. So with this right knee, we're going to bend into it and we're going to make a nice big circle. If you're in the down dog position, your hip is going to open up to the sky first and then you'll make your circle. One direction and then the other. Really trying to open into those hips. Take your legs straight again. And then we'll bring that foot or that knee back down to the mat. Push back into a child's pose. Coming back to the hands and knees or into down dog, whichever you prefer. This time left leg comes out. If you're in down dog, looks like this. Now we're going to make those hip circles in one direction and the other. If you're in the down dog, first you'll take your foot, it travels towards the right booty cheek, and then you'll do your circles. If you're in hands and knees, you just simply do a circle. One direction, the other direction. Leg comes straight. Leg comes down, and we'll push back into child's pose again. Make sure this is a wide-legged child's pose. Your knees are as wide as the mat. So we're stretching not only into the back, we're stretching into the hips. Let's push forward onto the belly. Coming into a Sphinx pose. So in your Sphinx pose, you'll want a 90-degree angle between the top of your arm and your forearm. And you'll push your belly and your pubic bone into the mat. And you'll take your collarbone and you'll pull it up. But we don't want to crank into the neck. So keep a nice soft neck. Breathe here. Back extension, super good. Let's turn this into a wave. So we'll come down and you can come up a little bit in your wave or you can come up into a full cobra in your wave. We're going to do 5 waves. We have 2 more waves. 2. Last wave. Leave it up there at the top wherever you are. Pushing that pubic bone into the mat. If our low back is hurting, coming down a little bit more. And then coming all the way down to the mat, resting the forehead in the hands. Let's bend into the knees and you'll windshield wiper your legs. Let's push back to hands and knees. I want to do a little bit of twisting before we leave, so let's come onto our back. Both knees into the chest. We'll drop the knees to the left, keeping that right shoulder on the floor, looking right. Knees come back into the chest, traveling those knees over to the right. Left shoulder stays down, looking over that left shoulder. Twists are a great aid in digestion. Make sure you're breathing. Bringing those knees back into the chest. One last pose, bringing the hands behind the knees, opening the legs wide. If you want, you can bring this into a happy baby position. This is a happy baby prep. Happy baby is if you would like to grab your toes or the outside blade of your foot, you can, or you can keep the hands behind the knees in that happy baby prep. If you're in happy baby and you feel like rocking, this is opening up the pelvic floor in the back. It's super, super good for the pelvic floor. Let's take the hands behind the knees. Let the legs fall open. Gently bringing those legs together. Rolling onto one side. Then slowly sitting up. Again, stacking that rib cage over the pelvis. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart center. And I say to everybody, namaste. May your coffee and your pelvic floor be strong today. Thanks for coming.